before the fight with me and Lopez, you saw him screaming his lungs out, literally an hour and a half before the fight. I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you. We forgot that. I got the footage.
Oh, you're about to get it. I'm about to fight in an hour. Oh, they're not ready. Oh, no. Oh. Relax. They're not ready, bro. They're not ready. Oh, I'm about to eat you in an hour, boy. I'm about to eat you. Eat you. Ah.
After I beat him, after 12 rounds, he goes and does a backflip. Come on. You tell me you got some issue? From what, some random doctor? We've never seen the evidence. Put it out there. You know, what, the right hand that I landed, I nearly decapitated your head, didn't do any damage, or the other right hands I landed throughout the 12 rounds, didn't do any damage. You got to take your wins with your wins and your losses with your losses. Devin Haney beat me twice. I'm a man. He beat me. So be it. I'm back.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So that right there was George Kambosos exposing the hypocrisy of Teofimo Lopez, making excuses for why he lost to George Kambosos. Excuses that make no sense, by the way. He claimed he had some type of medical condition when he was fighting George Kambosos. You guys heard how he was talking right before the fight and leading up to the fight in the press conferences. Not to mention, him talking about a medical condition does not explain him getting caught with perfect counter right hands over his jab. It also doesn't explain why he would turn down the rematch against the first guy who beat him. Devin Haney has to work harder than the average lightweight just to make the weight. Teofimo could have did the exact same thing, but instead he decided not to. He turned down the rematch because he knew losing to George Kambosos back-to-back would be extremely detrimental to his career. Because it's not like Kambosos losing twice to Devin Haney. Kambosos was the underdog in those fights. But when it comes to Teo, he was a heavy favorite to beat George Kambosos easy, which is what makes it extremely ironic to lose to George Kambosos and then say the guy that beat George Kambosos easy back-to-back is the fighter that actually sucks. That's no different than competing in the Olympics and losing in your very first fight and then saying the guy in your bracket who actually won the gold medal, he sucks. So Teofimo, he said he sucks, he's a fake it till you make it type guy, and when the going gets tough, daddy, he's figured me out. That's a punk. Okay, let's start with the he figured me out part. So he's talking about, obviously, when Devin Haney, after the 9th round, Devin, he tells Bill Haney, he knows I'm moving to the left. Let me say this again. If somebody has figured you out after the 9th round, that's nothing to really brag about, because you're supposed to figure out your opponent within the first 2 or 3 rounds and then completely take over the fight. That's not what Lomachenko did. In fact, it could be argued that the same round that Haney was saying he knows that I'm going to the left, which is the 9th round, it could be argued that Devin Haney, he won that round. And he definitely won the 12th round. So if Lomachenko had already figured him out, why was Devin Haney still winning rounds after that? That's not how it's supposed to work. Now let's go back to this whole he sucks talking point. Listen, it's okay to say someone in your division sucks, but when that guy is considered pound for pound better than you are, Teo is supposed to be calling him out. If you're going to say he sucks, you're supposed to also say, I want to show you guys this guy is nowhere near on my level. I want him next. That's what he's supposed to say. You don't say someone who's ranked higher than you sucks and then not call him out, not try to make the fight. If you notice, Teofimo, he only discredits fighters that he's not interested in fighting, guys that he's not in a hurry to fight. But yet when he fought lesser fighters like George Kambosos, he never said George Kambosos sucks. He never discounted it Sandor Martin or Ocampo, whatever the guy's name was, the first guy he fought at 140. But coincidentally, Devin Haney is the only fighter that he says sucks. This is no different than Canelo Alvarez saying that Demetrius Andrade is a horrible fighter. We know what they're really saying. They're really saying that this is the most difficult fight. That would be the most difficult fight of my career. That's what they're really saying. Now, I will say, though, Teofimo Sr., he did say before the Josh Taylor fight that that's the main fight they want, and they want that fight next, which is Devin Haney. At least that's what he said. But then, of course, when he ran into Bill Haney face-to-face, he demanded $20 million. And Teo Jr., who always called out fighters like Josh Taylor, he himself has never said he wants to fight against Devin Haney. So Devin Haney, he responded to what Teofimo Lopez said by basically quoting what Teofimo said after his last fight, the fight before the Josh Taylor fight, where he said after the fight, "Do I still got it?" The sport of boxing can be so comical sometimes, because only in a sport like this do you have fighters calling someone else a punk, but you're in no rush to get in the ring with that punk. And it's Devin Haney that's pushing for the Teofimo Lopez fight, while Teofimo is showing zero interest in the fight. If you say a fighter in your division sucks, you should be the main person going after him to show that he's not on your level. Because if you're not doing that, then that means you're actually praising Devin Haney deep down. Once Devin officially moves to 140, there's no way that Teo is going to be able to justify not fighting Devin Haney, but saying that he sucks. Let's see what he decides to do. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.
My name is Chris, and I'm all the way here from Anchorage, Alaska at Scalp Carolinas, and I'm here for my second treatment of SMP. Well, I was sitting at home one day and going over my Facebook page, and they have different, like advertisements popping up, and I saw one for SMP. And I saw some pictures of some guys, before and after, and I was looking at that, and it caught my attention. So I Googled it. SMP, nothing showed up in my area. So, I did a little more research, and all of a sudden, Scalp Carolinas popped up in the web browser. So I started watching his videos and seeing all the reaction from all the other people. We talked on the phone, we made appointments and everything. I sent him pictures, and he looked at them, and I was like, "Can you fix this?" And, he pretty much said, "No problem." My first session, he made me feel extremely comfortable. It was almost like I was talking to family. He started, and during the whole treatment, we talked and, about our families and our life, and, and things that he does and things that I do. And before I know it, the first session was over. When you see someone doing something that they love, as much as I see Enoch Glover love what he does, it shows in his work. I wouldn't point anyone in any other direction but here to North Carolina, Scalp Carolinas, to get this done.